My journey to qualify for the Paris Olympics has reached its final peak. After over 300 days of grueling training and recovering from a hamstring injury just 4 weeks ago, I'm now ready to take on the Olympic trials. In this episode, I'm running the 200 metres at the British Championships, looking to continue my streak of podium finishes. To qualify for the Olympics, I'll need to break my 20.23 PB. It won't be easy, but this is my last shot, so I've got to give it everything. Let's go.
We're now 3 days out from the Olympic trials. I've just had physio earlier on in the day. My hamstring is a little bit sore from Tuesday session. Felt fine at the time, woke up the day after and it's just feeling a little bit sore, and the same today. But essentially, we're cutting it down to the wire. I can't not race. I have to go there and I have to, show up and go for it. So that's what I'm going to do, obviously. There's nothing else to wait for. If there's ever a time to take a risk, it's now. Pre-meet today, just do a bit of a warm-up, have a couple push-outs to the blocks, nothing major, and then rest up next couple of days and it'll be time to go on Sunday. So let me get warmed up, get this pre-meet done. Right, the blocks are in and warmed up. Let's do a few 30s out of the blocks. Nice and snappy, let's go. Okay, that's us all wrapped up. 3 block starts, feeling sharp, hamstrings held up. So regardless of the little bit of soreness that's in there, it doesn't matter now. All that counts is that I go and run quick on Sunday. I've done what I can do. I'm going to make sure I recover over the next couple of days, but however I feel on Sunday, doesn't matter. I've just got to full send it. The road to recovery's been tough, especially the last few weeks. Like, it's been testing, it's tested my patience, but hopefully we've timed it to perfection because I actually feel good. We're wrapped up. All the training that I've done over the last, 9 months since September, that's it. The next time I run, it's going to be the Olympic trials. Regardless of what happens, I'm going to go and give it my best shot. I'll see you out there.
It's Saturday night and it's Olympic trials in the morning. The heats are just before 2 PM and the final is just before 4 PM. So I'm feeling positive. I think generally I'm just really grateful that I've been able to get to the start line healthy. At one point it was kind of uncertain whether I was going to be ready, but spending the last few weeks really going to town with the recovery, doing everything that I can to make this start line has paid off. So I'm just going to go out there and have some fun now. It's heat straight into final, so I'm going to have to go quick in the first round. I'll check in when I get down to the track, but yeah, otherwise that's all I've got to say. So yeah, I'll see you there tomorrow. Let's go. Here we go. This is it. Just pulled up to the stadium, walking in now. Gonna check in and then it's radio silence. You'll see my warm-up. It's the big day. Let's go out there, have some fun, run fast. Nothing else to say now. It's in God's hands. I've done what I can do. I've done my best to prepare. Here we are, we've made the start line. So
Let's go in there and make it count now. Whew. Olympic trials. Let's go.
Joe Ferguson, semi-finalist in the World Championships back in 2023, second in these UK Championships 200 metres over the last 2 years.
Alright, let's begin. Train hard, I trust God, I leave the rest to him. I wanna win, be in front of the rest of them. I'm on top, you won't see me standing next to him. More time, I'll be trackside, making waves, about to make everyone capsize. Where's the goal? I've got it, brother, that's right. Names ringing out from the capital to Strathclyde. If you catch me on the bend, look, I won't have it. Meet me on the straight and I'll do damage. No input, I leave it all for God to plan it. Then I'm calling up coach, asking what the plan is. I'm a legend in this game, like Sir Alex. Been doing this for years, so I don't panic. Coach says Rambo style, let him have it. It's been hard, this is a snippet of the way I had it. I've had setbacks, injuries, politics, last place, people running into me. DQ, COVID, know me and you know this. Cause I'm on your TV, my struggle's gonna notice. If I could be a bit of what my idol is, I'm trying to make it to that city where the Eiffel is. On a mission, bro, this isn't just a minor thing. Only thing on my mind, I would die to win.
So I'd crossed the line in 3rd place in what was a very hard fought race in a time of 20.98 seconds. The missed bend practice by my injury definitely showed, as I was pretty shaky around the turn, leaving me with a lot of work to do on the straight. After a tense wait, I thankfully managed to secure my place in the final.
Alright, that's the heats done. I've survived. I came 3rd in my heat. I qualified as, I think, the 6th fastest into the final, but because I came 3rd in my heat, it means that I've drawn lane 1 for the final. So obviously not the best lane, but I'm in the final. So all I've got to do now is just give it my best shot. I've made the final. Bittersweet, obviously, like, it really wasn't the best run at all. Obviously, past 60 metres we were in uncharted territory in terms of like where I've been at in training. I've kept it short and sweet in training so that I can get here in one piece, but thankfully I got round healthy in one piece and I've got myself a spot in the final. Not the way I wanted to do it, but you know, we've got another shot. So I'm going to chop my warm-up down and we've just got to give it everything I've got in the final. Let's just see what I can do now. The conditions are not great out there. Obviously the times are pretty slow across the board. So regardless of whatever the times are, I've just got to go for it now. Let's give it one last shot. This is it. British final. I'll see you out there.
If I get the gold, then I'll have to take a second to appreciate the time it took. My flow's a weapon. All I'm trying to see is progress. Give 100%, I ain't giving no less. And every other day I'm seeing stress, but fam, I can't rest until I get that medal on my chest. They wanna tap into my mind frame. I'm always one step ahead, so no point in playing mind games. If I win, then you know that the whole team's winning. When I win, I'll be out on the beach just chilling. Paris 24, yeah, you heard me, Don. Shades on, and you know what Ferg is on. And I'm sorry everybody if it's first you want, but I need to succeed for my team and mum.
Joe Ferguson goes on the inside for City of Sheffield and Durn. 2085 this season, and was very close to that this morning in the heats, 2098. But here's a 20.2 run. 2-on-2 performer, Joe Ferguson.
This is it. British final. I'll see you out there.
Hudson's with 7.
In
the end, I finished in 7th place in a time of 21.10. Although both conditions and my lane draw weren't ideal, I still found myself incredibly disappointed in the end result. After working hard all year and having this very race as my main target point of the season, underperforming here is absolutely gutting. I really struggled around the turn and left myself completely out of the race at the halfway point. Despite my best efforts, I just wasn't ready in time.
Here we are, final done. As you can see, obviously really not what I wanted at all. 7th place, 21.1. Obviously lane 1 didn't help. Not great conditions, but regardless, I've not produced the goods. Obviously I've stayed positive throughout the whole process, but bringing my best to this championships was always going to be a tall order. There was a few points where even just making the start line was a tall order, and it probably still was. I think subconsciously I just hesitated too much. It was kind of a mental battle, being able to let myself go and actually take myself around the bend. And I just lost that mental battle today. I'll probably check in tomorrow or the day after with some other thoughts and what's going to happen next. Obviously the road to Paris is now over. I don't have the qualification time. I want to say thanks to everyone that supported me on the journey so far. Obviously this is not what I wanted, but what I will say, even though the road to Paris is over, the road to me achieving my potential is just getting started. I feel like generally I'm in pretty good shape. It's just a lack of specific work that I've not done over the last few weeks that's obviously shown today. But you know, looking back now, at certain times I probably would have taken just making the start line, but no excuses on the day. Obviously it's not anywhere near my best. The plan now is just to go and run fast by the end of the season. I'll let you know what I'm up to over the next few weeks, but let me go home first. I'll check in later. It's been a few days since the Olympic trials, and yeah, I've had a while to collect my thoughts now. Yeah, obviously I'm disappointed. As you can already probably tell, I've not made the Olympic team, which was the ultimate goal for this year. Things were going kind of well until we got to that point where I hurt my hamstring, and from there it was kind of an uphill climb. I'm disappointed in the way I ran as well, but I think some of that was psychological due to a lack of confidence from not running on the turn. So overall, not what I wanted whatsoever. But now that I've had some time to reflect, I'm not too disheartened because I feel physically in quite good shape. And I think with a few weeks of sharpening up, get my confidence back running around the turn, I think I can produce something good. So the second half of the season now is underway. For me, I'm not going to throw away the season just because of the Olympic trials. In terms of qualification for Paris, I was probably close to getting a World Athletics ranking invitation. I think I'm ranked in and around 70th at the moment, which is outside of the rankings quota, but the people that are above me, there's probably like 10 Americans, so it would have been close for me to potentially get a world ranking invite based on the next best world ranking. But obviously, as we know, it probably would have been declined by UKA anyway, which on this occasion, I can't be upset about if that was the case, because I don't personally feel like I've produced a good enough performance to warrant me being at the games. We just have to regroup, go again, and the aim now is to make sure that I leave this season with something so that I know what I'm capable of. The 200 will just need a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of bend running to get used to actually running the curve again, and add a little bit of volume into my training just to like actually get me used to running further than like 40 meters again. So I've got a race on Tuesday in Ireland. I might be racing at my home track on the Saturday as well, which is like just a few days after the race in Ireland. So I'm running the 200 on Tuesday, and then I may be running the 100 on Saturday. And then the weekend after that, it's the England National Championships, in which I plan to race the 100, which will be the first time I've raced the 100 meters in a championship for a few years. I think now it's just a case of enjoying the season. I've put a lot of pressure on myself subconsciously, and now that it's over, it's almost a sense of relief that I can go out and enjoy racing without the pressure, without the timelines, because obviously I kept myself to a really strict timeline to try and make it there. And obviously when the injury came, it kind of added another element of pressure because I was racing against the clock to even make the start line, never mind actually run well. So yeah, for now, that's the Olympic trials over, but I'm looking forward to the second half of the season. The journey for me to go on, achieve my potential, try and run sub 20 in the 200 is still alive for me. Whether it happens this year, next year, the year after, this channel and this journey is dedicated to me keeping going and eventually will reach where I want to be. I said from the start that I'd be open, transparent and honest about everything that's happened. Obviously, behind the scenes, I've tried to stay positive, but there's been some tough times, especially over the last 4 to 6 weeks. Like, try and keep showing everyone as much insight as possible, especially when things weren't going well. I ran a 10.21 wind assisted on the day that I got injured. So let's get back to that form better. My PB in the 100 is 10.21. So my aim is to beat that PB this season. So let's get after that. Thanks to everyone for the massive support that I've had on this journey so far. And yeah, we keep moving, I'm excited for the next few weeks and I'm ready to keep making it happen, keep showing up, keep pushing, and we'll get there. Yeah, bear with me, faster days are coming. See you in the next one.